Good morning. This is indeed a sight to die for. In Dubai, there are pretty much sculptures, fountains, and this, that, and the other. But the human waterfall inside the Dubai Mall is indeed a sight to die for. Before we go deep into the meaning with this, because this coincidentally follows up with the last piece of content that we uploaded from Make It Count about taking a giant leap of faith. Before we do that, come take a close look at the fountain. If you can, while you are looking at it, just focus on the toes, on the point of the toes of the human, and let the water just gently flow through. Just focus on it. That's right. Well, the funny point of this fountain is that a lot of people interpret this fountain in a lot of different ways. But the most famous interpretation, and the interpretation that I align with, is that this fountain depicts the actual human nature. No matter how much we plan, no matter how much we forecast, we always need to improvise. And sometimes we just need to let nature take its own free flow. There were some comments about the last piece of content about taking a giant leap of faith, right? And a few people said, you know what, no, that's a really bad advice to give. And for a person who is starting an entrepreneurial journey, for a person who is starting his own company and so on and so forth, you should plan, you should lay out a map and say, this is what I'm going to do in 1 year, this is what I'm going to do in 2 years. Yes, it's good to have goals. But then, what if you do not know what to do with your life? What if you do not understand the objectives? What if you do not have an idea how to plan it out? It is always better to just stay there and think and wonder and project for yourself. It is always better rather than to just stay in a dark corner wondering what happens next if I do that, rather than without doing it. It is always better to just leap out with your arms wide and just enjoy the moment, just like these guys here are doing it. The human waterfall in Dubai reminds us about the human nature, because trust me guys, no entrepreneur, no person who has done something for themselves could have forecasted the entire run. They implemented things and they did things according to the flow. They adjusted and they improvised, but they never gave up. So the bottom line is, do what you love, do what you think would make sense, even though it would be crazy at the current context, because tomorrow it won't be crazy, it'll be $1 billion idea. Make it count.